Gals and Gals. I am the co-founder slash main manager of Studio Reverie. I am also the voice of Amelia, as well as a few other characters throughout our time here at Studio Reverie. We've had a huge influx of new people come in, so I just want to do a little bit of Reverie history, introductions, and some updates on what's going on with Reverie as a whole, because our comment section has been flooded. I'm trying to keep up with it, but I also have to be careful of Arc 9 spoilers. I'm going to keep reading and hopefully be done this next week. So let's start off with what the hell is Reverie? So Reverie, Studio Reverie is a voice acting studio. We focus on doing the audiobook version of the ReZero web novel series. We can't do the light novel series because it's owned by Yen Press. That's a lot of copyright issues, blah, blah, blah. But the web novel is basically free to use for us. And we are currently we're working on finishing up Arc 6. So it's already been fully recorded. We're just taking the live recorded versions and making them into good copy versions. So we're just editing the sound, adding sound effects, making sure our voice actors sound good, and reposting them. So that playlist is out and about. We are working towards going into Arc 7. We've already started the recording process. We're going to get into the editing process after we finish Arc 6. We have a team of audio engineers, video editors, as well as myself, and sound designers, all the good stuff to produce Arc 7 for you guys. So Arc 7 is going to cover probably what will be Season 5 of the anime. Arc 6 covers Season 4, what's about to come out. And Arc 5 is Season 3 of the anime. If you are an anime only and new to ReZero itself, you are safe to listen to anything Arc 1 to 5. So if you finish Season 3 specifically, you can watch just about everything in Arc 5. I do post on the titles themselves which season it correlates to, so make sure you check that as you're getting close to the 70s in Arc 5. Then you won't spoil anything coming up in Season 4, which will be like the first episode of Season 4. So there you go. Studio Reverie was initially holographic, and we started reading Arc 5. It started with Hollow, reading the Arc 5 story by himself, brought on Wolf, Goldrad. They were voice acting all together until they finally realized, let's bring on some voice actors. And I was hired as Amelia back in March of 2021. So we've been doing this for several years. Around May of 2021, our channel was taken down. Completely struck, wiped off, so holographic was taken down. We tried to redo the channel, got taken down again, so we had to completely rebuild from the ground up, from zero, if you will, as Studio Reverie, and we've been here since June 2021. Took us about 3 years to finish Arc 5, and we finished Arc 6 in less than a year. I think it was about 6 months, and we're currently publishing the good copy version. So technically speaking, we should be done Arc 6 in less than a year, which is super awesome for us to see that difference. Hopefully we can maintain that same momentum with Arc 7. It is a little trickier when you have a cast of over 56 people from around the world with different time zones and different things going on in life, but we are going to make it work. One thing I gotta say, because I've been getting a lot of comments from our new viewers, we're completely anti-AI. We don't use AI. We use our community artists. We use our voices only. If there's missed lines, sometimes if we can't get the voice actor to do it, a different voice actor is gonna step in, or we're just gonna cut that line completely. That's just how it goes. So sometimes it's not gonna be a perfect rendition, but we're never going to use AI for our team. So we've even turned off auto dubbing. So if it's on, YouTube's overrode us again. So if that happens, let us know. If you are somebody who wants to make their own version of Studio Reverie and it's like a French dub or like, even a Japanese dub, if you will, you can have any dub you want. That's fine. You're welcome to copy our model, but make sure you just give us a heads up and like, hey, we're going to do this too. And we'll happily work with you. But we will not be doing the auto dub on that because it does AI your voice. And we don't want to use our voice actors' voices for AI in any way, shape, or form. It takes a while to come out, but it's so worth it. It is not AI generated slop. It is not machine translate, or not. We love machine translations, don't get me wrong, but not machine voiced work. We work heavily with Witch Cult translations as well as the ReZero community, so we love to collaborate. We don't accept hate comments and such towards our voice actors, and I'm a little aggressive about that, so you'll hear from me if you go a little too hard on my voice actors. So be aware of that. I don't care what you say about me, but my voice actors are very important. I think that's a good TLDR about Reverie, where we stand. Yeah, okay. Update time, yay! If you're here for updates, yay! I said this in multiple places, but just to have it in one spot. Arc 6, we are taking everything we recorded live. we're making it into a better version. So audio levels balanced, mixing is good, music is in, sound effects are in. But phase 1 is going to be completely visual. I think there's only 2 or 3 chapters where there's going to be no visuals, just audio. And that's going to be the majority of Arc 6. We have about 25 chapters that we've purposely selected that are big name chapters, very important to Arc 6. Some of them I think have reverbs into Arc 9 that we're going to put a visual edit on. I'm not too sure yet. I'm not there yet. Please don't spoil. I'm getting there this week. But everything else will be audio only, and I will, in the next few weeks, be putting that on Spotify as well. We do have to restart our Arc 5 Spotify account from 0 because somebody claimed it. I don't know how. I don't know. Spotify's kind of strange. We're gonna find a new platform to work on. I'm working with another group right now who actually use a really good platform, and as we're making Reverie a business, I'm going to try to make that a business expense to get Riverside, because it seems like a much more reliable platform to do all the stuff that we normally do, but it's a little expensive, so we got to look into that. TLDR, Arc 6 is on the way to being completed. We've posted for 2 weeks straight, which is an amazing feat for myself. So that's why phase 1 might have some hiccups here and there, but our amazing video editors and our amazing audio engineers have done a phenomenal job at editing these chapters for us. So big round of applause for them. Some of them are too shy for me to mention, so I won't today, but I will link them all down below. So give them lots of love in the comments when you watch. Those of you who are anime only, Arc 6 is not safe for you unless you want to get ahead of the anime. But as the anime is coming out, so in April, myself and the boys who do the ReZero podcast, we will be reacting live to the new episodes. We're going to do a whole one that's anime only friendly. So we're going to watch the episode, and then we're going to go into our discussion, anime only friendly. We're going to say bye-bye anime onlys. We're going to talk about Arc 9, and we're going to talk about the rest of the series and how Arc 6 and that episode ties into it, if there's any ties. So that way it's open-ended for a lot of people. We can open a lot of doors to many of our viewers and be able to have some more in-depth conversations and allow for the ReZero podcast to have a couple more episodes, because we've been unfortunately a little stuck because the boys are caught up with the chapters. Life's been busy, but we do have some plans coming up with the podcast as well. If you are an anime only and want to take a look at the podcast, we do have a anime only friendly podcast playlist. You're welcome to click it. I'll leave it here or linked somewhere around here. The regular podcast is out here for you if you are caught up with ReZero or don't care about spoilers, because for whatever reason you're not. So you can click there. Arc 7. Arc 7 covers all of what season 5 will be, we're assuming, because we don't know where season 4 is going to cut off. So this is way further ahead in the story. We have 4 phases almost fully recorded. I gotta go double check some of the audio. We're missing a couple things, mostly from the Arc 6 cast, but we literally just got off finishing a whole year of recording, so we're being a little more lenient with our Arc 6 cast, but that is coming out very, very soon. We are planning to post the first chapter of Arc 7 on March 14th, 2026, which is our 5th year anniversary. So we are going to have that chapter, do a live premiere of it. We won't be there we'll be there in the chat, but we won't be live. We are going to have that chapter go live on that premiere setting so you guys get to watch it. We're going to have our little watch party as a team in our Discord. And then after the episode is done, after the chapter is done, we're going to come on live. We're going to celebrate our 5th year anniversary. We're going to talk about the chapter. And anytime we drop a new chapter, we're going to do a little chapter discussion live afterwards. So the video won't be live on the live tab. It'll be on the regular video tab. And then we'll go live right after. That way we get a discussion. It splits up for those people who absolutely hate our discussions and go off on me in the comments that they don't want any talk in between their chapters. Good Lord, sorry we have lives. Sorry we want to chat. So you don't ever have to look at those if you don't want to. But if you do, you can come join us there. And that's how we'll set it up for Arc 7. We were reading Arcs 1 to 4. Arc 1 is completed. Arc 2 is half done. Arc 3 has not been touched. And Arc 4 is only just started, which is so confusing and all over the place. The reason why Arc 2 and 3 aren't fully done is because Arc 3 was never fully translated in English, and Arc 2 is half translated. The person we have on our team who does translations doesn't speak Japanese necessarily, but is able to translate with support of translated chapters. So he takes the original, translate it with machine translation, compares it to the original translation, that kind of thing. So that's how we get a slightly different translation than Witch Cults in our ARCs 1 to 4 series. But it's a lot of work, especially when we're not paid to do it too. So it's been hard to stay on top of. I think somebody at Witch Cult is currently translating the rest of ARC 2 and 3. So as we get more time and as as one of our managers finishes up a move and work things, then we'll be able to potentially come back to it. But we are quite burnt out from ARC 6. So it's going to be on an indefinite hiatus for the time being, especially because we want to get ARC 7 started. Once we get ARC 7 to a place where we're comfortable, we know we can hit our weekly uploads, we'll probably be able to go back to it. But until then, it's just a little too much for right now. So indefinite hiatus, but we will be bringing it back eventually. And it's just for fun too. We don't do them too seriously because seasons 1 and 2 of the anime have existed for a long time, and they do a really good job at summarizing what's in the web novel itself. And the web novel slightly is very different from the finalized Subaru character that we know today. So that's also why it's for fun. Oh my gosh, there's so many updates. Starting in January, I will hopefully be opening Studio Reverie as a business, so things might be operating a little differently, a little more professional. As I can't find work in my field, which is really unfortunate, I'm going to be putting more time into Reverie as this has become a more sustainable option overall, unfortunately and wildly. But also it's really exciting that I get to work on this a little more full time, even if it's not necessarily my choice. So we will be making Reverie into a business. Things might change. Our goal overall, we're not, it's not the end of the world if we don't get it, but we would love to be able to buy license for anime eventually and dub them ourselves. We're a small place. We don't have much funding, so we don't expect to be getting like high-end stuff. We're talking like low-budget stuff that maybe has been shelved for decades. Try to remaster it if we can. Try to find any dubs that aren't done in English. That kind of thing. So we're trying to find that kind of niche with Studio Reverie. But we want to finish the entire web novel series of ReZero as an audiobook before we fully move into that. But our main goal is to become like a dubbing studio, get licenses, and be a studio that is voice actor first. So if that interests you, please tag along and check us out. See what you like, support us, comment, like, subscribe. That being said, I will be launching our Patreon back up and open now that I have more time to focus on it. So if you do want to support us over on Patreon, you totally can. I'm going to have the links down below and linked here. It's really not going to be much different from the YouTube members, but I am going to try to increase the posts as well as content for you guys to have. Unfortunately, things have been a little like all over the place. I can't guarantee consistent content, but you do get things earlier. But I also want to make sure that it's equal on both Patreon and YouTube members, because I don't want you to have to pay for both and like one gets more than the other. Whatever you choose, whichever platform is better for you, you will get the same kind of support there. We are also going to make a Patreon YouTube member credits list that we're going to put at the end of our chapters. So we just got to figure out how to place it so it doesn't irritate viewers when they're watching the chapters. So once we figure out a way to do that, we are going to be adding those into every single video that we do moving forward. We'll also try to have a segment on our live streams as well to make sure that we actually give back and shout out to our supporters who've been with us for a very long time. And those of you who are new as well, of course. You also do not need to support us financially. That is not needed at all. If you subscribe, like, comment, even if you don't know what to comment, just some hearts, maybe some like expressive emojis, turn on the bell icon, tell all your friends about us. That's a big one. If you tell your friends, especially your friends you're trying to get into ReZero, why not? We're the greatest place for ReZero. I've received a couple of emails for voice acting auditions. As of right now, I don't think we'll need any. We have 40 new cast members to come on, and some of them still haven't had their roles given to them yet, or like they haven't been able to read for their roles just because of how big Arc 7 is. But if we do need more voice actors in the future, we will definitely hold a casting call. We love having community involvement. I will try to find more opportunities for us to have something like the Wives of Regulus, where you can submit your voice reels and we'll add them to the episode. That was really cool. I hope to have more of those opportunities. There's two things I could think of in Arc 7 and 8 that could use the entire community. So when that happens, we'll have a video explaining that audition process. But until then, We will not be holding any more auditions. We've had to shuffle a few roles, so we'll announce those soon. We've almost fully solidified our ARC 7-8 cast. We're almost there. And so once I get a couple more confirmations that people are still on board, we'll be posting that little exciting video of our new cast and crew. Yay! Yeah, I think that's it. I'm so tired. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for what we can do for Patreon members, even on the channel itself, let me know. We can't do any other series, unfortunately. A lot of them get struck, and we want to focus on ReZero until we're done the series. We do have some plans of some analysis videos, like specifically on ReZero, which break down some of the thoughts we have on the podcast, and put them into like a 15 to 20 minute video that people love to click on. So yeah, I think that's it. Long update. Here's my face. Good night, everybody. Bye. Wah.